What's up, guys? It's part two. What we were just going through was black hole sun, inception of a black hole, and so on and so on. Um, I don't want to call it good news. I don't want to call it bad news. I want to call it just it is what it is. And I mean, what am I gonna say? You guys don't. If you don't believe me, it's fine for now. I can't do the believing, and I don't believe. I do believe. I do believe. I don't believe. And they're arguing on the page. We don't need all that. We're so past that, guys. We're arguing about theory here. Well, I'm going to give you one thing that's not theory, and one thing that I see, and a lot of other people are seeing. And if you don't see it, it's okay. You haven't been brought up into this the way that we have. You weren't, I don't want to call it selected, I don't want to call it anything. You haven't been brought into the seeing part of all this, the spiritual side of all this. And that's fine. But I want you to notice something. I think they said half of NASA in the last 2 years has now turned their belief into a God source that we had to have been created as a superior knowledge to all other things on Earth. You need to think about that. That's a huge step for all science, spiritualization. You have Hawking coming out saying, "I do believe in God." There had to have been in a being that was able to create in a way that made us a supreme being, made us be able to think over everything else. And then the fact that we have different thought processes we have heaven, we have hell, we have reincarnation, we have the Jews don't believe in anything, heaven or hell. They believe that when you die, that's it, and there's no more. But their names, being that they're Israelites, right? Their name in Hebrew means the ones that wrestle with God. So it's okay. This is all okay. It's not, let's go to war because they don't believe what we believe. No, no, no. We've tried that, and that doesn't work because people go the opposite direction. People push harder when you try to tell them how to believe. Back in the day, in Brazil, the Spain came first in Brazil, and they came with their arms and weapons and war. And people said, "Oh my God," and they fought hard. They pushed back. A couple years later, the Portuguese came, and they came with gifts, and they came with food, and they wanted to help these people. They wanted to build, and to this day in Brazil, they speak Portuguese because of that. They could have spoke Spanish. They could have decided on that, but they didn't because they wanted to push back. So war is stupid in the fact of changing one's thought processes. Now, if it's about people of wealth versus people of poverty and people wanting a piece of the pie, revolution, I get it. I understand it. I don't come from a rich household. I mean, some people would say that I'm lucky in some of the things, but nobody knows how hard that fall actually was when it happened. Nobody knows how it feels to have your names drugged through the newspapers. Nobody knows what it's like to. Nobody knows what it's like to fall from grace, like like my family had. It's not. It's hard. It doesn't sit well. There are beings here now. No matter what you want to think, what you want to say, they're here. And every time I try to post a video on it, they block me. So, and I've showed you guys on my post them blocking my videos of me trying to literally show you that there's beings here, that I have proof of it. You guys have probably seen, in my post, I'll put, them blocking my videos. There's no reason for them to block alien videos if alien videos aren't real. And this might not even make it. We'll see. I hope it does. Well, who knows? There are beings here, and I believe that when this incident occurs, how do we know for a fact that 3 days of darkness hasn't happened? Oh, well, I would remember 3 days of that, right? Would you? Are we sure about that? Are we sure that we didn't all fall asleep one night and collectively all wake up in a different place? For me, election night. I remember election night in the United States as it was unbelievable. To me, it was unbelievable. And in my reality, there's no way that Donald Trump wins the election. But reality shifted. Something out there shifted. People were upset. They're pissed. They saw the Podesta stuff. You know, they saw the pedophilia stuff. And then we have, you know, people getting angry and these uprisings. These beings are doing this first to show it's not about chaos. It's not about any of that stuff to them. They want us to awaken. Unfortunately, when we awaken, we fight. That's what we do. Humanity, and we've always done that. Think of when you're in a dead sleep and someone comes in and says, so and so, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know, right? You know, look at a baby. When a baby is in a crib, or in your arms, you're putting them in a crib, they always go, right? That's a natural instinct for all children. You can look that up yourselves. They do that because it's a fighter response. It's a awakening. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And this is what's happening now. These beings want us to awaken before we're taken. We're going to put it like that. And who knows? Maybe we won't be taken. Rapture is not a defined word. We've put rapture in our vocabulary. Rapture, there's no defined word for that. A pastor's going to come out and say this is this. A Jew's going to come out and say this is this. A Catholic's going to say this is this. Whatever. Maybe. I don't know. I've looked it up. No Aramaic. The Greek has a definition, but it's undefined. And the Romans used, what do they call it? We had it in Catholic school. They spoke, can't believe I can't forget. I remember that right now. They still speak it. Oh my God, they still say it in Rome. They have their, and that's gonna come to me. Don't worry, guys. I'm just not. I'm pissed. I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. But this is serious. There are beings here. You can call them angels. There are demons here too. There's demons that want to take souls. And I know that to be a fact. They're reaping. That's what this is, reaping. These are angels that are good and angels that are bad. These are fallen ones and non-fallen ones. Some people are star people, some people aren't. Some people were angels, some people were never. We were born into this. But some people were born in the garden, and some people were born pre-garden. Some people were here on Earth probably prior to all that stuff. And if you watch that little thing that Hillary and all them went to, what was it, New Zealand, was it? Where they had the underground subway built. If you watch that, they're showing the dawn of man. They're showing what we've become throughout the ages, and the building, and so on and so on. Now they did it in artistic form, so we'd all be, clueless, or they thought. But that's what they're showing us. Anyway, maybe I'll try to, post the videos again of the crafts. But if you see this in your backyard, it's more of a triangle than that, but it's close. There's no this. This is not on there on the bottom, but this thing is dimensional, and it seems to spin. And there's a little door on one of them where they come out. All this. They're preparing, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, maybe something already happened. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if this seems like a fragmented reality of what we once had. But who knows, guys? Like I said, it's all theories. Just like the string theory is a theory, and that they're all pushing now. Just like they tried to push evolution. Evolution is now the old, and string theory is the new. So you figure it out. What's real, what's not. I love you guys. Be careful.